Hey, before we do anything else, don't forget, right? Just drop me that like button. Drop me a nice comment. If you don't have anything to say, anything positive, move along, man. Or just drop me an emoji, okay? Also, don't forget to subscribe. We're trying to make it to 5,000 subscribers. Anyways, what's up, guys? Welcome. Welcome back to my channel. Before we proceed, please understand that this, my friends, is not financial advice. You are more than free to do whatever you like with your money. Right, Trumpicious? And that being said, let's grab a sip of coffee from my Kaspa Maxi mug. Everything, guys, definitely everything tastes better with Casper. Today we're about to do the same thing we do every day. You know, the market, the market is still, the market is still there. Should we go? Is it bear market? No, we can stay. It's bull market. Oh no, it's red market. It's green market. Everybody like, oh, which one is it? But anyways, yeah, we're gonna look at the market performance for the past 24 hours. Right after that, we will check out prices in details, although it is no use to it because hey, it is blood in the street, right? Opportunity. And last but not the least, we are going to check on our positions, okay? Hey, Trumpicious, holler at them. Let them know what time it is.
Are we buying Lambos yet? Oh.
Yeah, man, that's what's up, Trumpicious. That's what's up. Anyways, yeah, let's just get this over with. Hey, this is how I usually start telling people something, and at the end of the day, nobody will believe it. Okay, everybody will still looking at me saying this guy must be chewing or smoking something. Okay, but it is what it is, right? You always have to be honest to people. You always have to tell them the truth. Okay, some might not like it, some might like it, and it is, like I said, it is what it is. But here we go. Okay, excuse me. You remember, you do know that the old saying is that every cycle depends on Bitcoin, right? But I'm here to tell you this. The market cycle controlled by Bitcoin is over with. It's no longer the same. Now, the hype, which I am still holding on with Bitcoin, or I'm still trading Bitcoin, is also about to be over. Okay, I can tell you this. One, when Bitcoin came into existence, because a lot of people will tell you, oh, now look at that, Epstein, Trump, and all that emails leaking and all that nonsense. The white paper for Bitcoin was written way before that. Now, what was the reason why we all lean towards Bitcoin? Rebellion, right? We were rebelling against the system. We were rebelling against the banks, against the monetary policies in which they print money every time and this and that. So therefore, when Bitcoin came out, we all say, okay, we got something here. It was supposed to be that peer-to-peer money. Therefore, people start buying it. When people started buying it, I did not really care about what was going on in the crypto space. All I care about back then was precious metals and stocks and stuff like that. That's why my portfolio it looks like that on precious metals and stocks. So fast forward to time, you started hearing it. That Bitcoin is bad for economy, it's drug money, and it's this and that. That's what is happening. And if you pay attention, the very, very first thing that we were trying to prevent by hedging into Bitcoin is what is actually happening right now. You get it? It's actually what's happening right now. You can't tell me anything different, because right now paper Bitcoin, aka ETFs, is what is calculating or controlling whether Bitcoin goes up or Bitcoin goes down. All right? When you kind of tell everybody, like mostly this Bitcoin maxis, you tell them that you are full of shit, man. It ain't what you said, because the original white paper said, oh, peer-to-peer money. But we're sitting here today, you can't use Bitcoin as money. You can't. It's slow, expensive, and man, talking about security on Bitcoin is one of the biggest taboo nobody wants to mention. Security on Bitcoin is something that once you bring it up, everybody start to turn their heads south. Nobody wants to talk about it. Michael Saylor wants to tell you, yeah, is what is the store of is a store of value, is the digital gold. But look at it. When people are throwing stones at each other, there is economic uncertainty. Guess what? Even copper is going up. Now you don't even want to mention store of value itself. Gold is shooting. Silver, it is shooting. Everything you can think of as store of value, like precious metals and all that nonsense, is shooting. And what's happening to Bitcoin? Dropping. So you can't tell me it's a store of value. Therefore, now the main nature, it even tell you, when you try to deviate from what Bitcoin was made for, you are even going far away. You're going because it's not a store of value. Now, the biggest questions that everybody and their grandmamas began to ask themselves right now is Bitcoin quantum resistance? Is it quantum resistant? That's the question they're beginning to ask themselves. And I can tell you from here today, that question leads to another bigger question. What will happen to the security of Bitcoin when the mining rewards go down? Because right now, rewards are not that much. And the amount of miners shutting down is alarming. Seriously, it's alarming. The cost of running a Bitcoin miner is 3 times higher than anything you can think of. Okay, so when you start to think about that, now the governments and the institution control Bitcoin. So it has already defeated the main reason why it came to existence in the first place, right? There. The second, you can't move it, you can't trade it as fast as you want to, because right now, go trade 1 Bitcoin. You're not going to end up with the entire Bitcoin or a little bit. I know you have to pay fees, but the fees you're going to pay on Coinbase to trade 1 Bitcoin, go try it. You will see. Okay, you will see what I'm talking about. Now, a lot of people begin to call me crazy when I tell you that the cycle, we still have at least 1 more cycle. That's why I'm telling you, I'm waiting for this bear market to begin, because when it starts, I am going to short the living Jesus out of Bitcoin. Because one, this cycle coming, this bear market coming, is going to be epic. And once it gets there to be epic, then the lower phase, you will start to see different things happen, because now we're moving into blockchain, right? And I can tell you right now, the leader of that TriFi, the leader of that cycle, is going to be Casper. Because now stable coins online, everything else happening is going to be when they tell you extended cycle. I don't think so. They are trying to tell you in between the lines that the Casper cycle is what's going to start. Because now, even though we are going to go into a bear market, guess what is going to start happening? Bank transacting on stable coins, right? You have this Clarity Act going on, right? You have this TriFi, tokenizing. Anything you can think of you or your grandmama want to do on blockchain is going to start to happen. And now, DeFi, TriFi, NFTs, gaming, whatever you name it, runs better on Casper. And Casper is going to take off like a wildfire. Okay? Now, once all that starts to happen, people start asking themselves more and more questions. Okay? We say Bitcoin is not peer-to-peer money. We said Bitcoin is not store of value. Now, even the nonsense we are trying to sell to everybody else right now, Bitcoin is not even quantum computing resistance, right? So things like that will start to come out. Once they start to come out, you start comparing with the next thing, because that's how human nature is. You always want to find the next pump. Once they start to discover that, okay, everything we are running away from Bitcoin, that guy over there, Casper, is doing it. Guess what? Everybody and their grandmama is going to run across that 6-lane highway, no matter whether there's traffic or not, to try to get their positions in. That's what's going to happen. And don't say I didn't warn you, because the signs of of all of that is right there in front of you. But you know what? People still right now, oh, they're speculating. Oh, when Bitcoin starts to run, when Bitcoin starts to do this, when Bitcoin starts to do that. Guys, it's no longer the Bitcoin that we thought it was back in 2017. It's no longer that. Bitcoin stopped being the people's choice, the people's coin when those ETFs went live. If you can remember, before Trumpicius Magicius became president, okay, Bitcoin was what, 70,000? Whatever. I think it was at the price that we are right now. That's where Bitcoin was. Trumpicius became president. Boom, we shot up, right? Almost every gain that was made with Bitcoin, okay, has been wiped out with the introduction of ETFs. It has been wiped out. Go look at it. The government and institution now control when they want to pump Bitcoin or when they want to drop it. They now control that. If you don't believe it, go look at it. When the inflows of Bitcoin are high, market runs. When the outflows are higher, market dumps. Go look at it. It's not something that you and me, we can just control as we want. It's no longer that way. The market cycles, the halvings and all that stuff don't control the Bitcoin cycle anymore. They don't. Now, we are sitting just on speculation. That's what we are sitting at. Because we have people like keep telling you, yeah, Bitcoin to $1 million, Bitcoin to $1.5 million. Okay. Why? Why is an asset like Bitcoin going to grow to $1 million? Under what? For what reason? If it cannot be used as money, if it cannot be used as a store of value, like again, it has been proven time after time, if it cannot be used as that. Why is Bitcoin going to go to $1.5 million if the Fed can control it as much as they want? If institutions can decide whatever they want to pump it or dump it? So what in the world is going to drive Bitcoin up to $1.5 million? That's the $1 million question that I tell you nobody's asking. Okay? As a matter of fact, that's why I keep telling you, when you start asking yourself that question and you start digging into it, and I keep saying, if you did not buy Bitcoin under $10,000, stay the fuck away from it, because you are not going to make money. It's that simple. Those of us that got it below $10,000, okay? Even if it comes back down to 30,000, I'm still in profits, right? Because again, like I said, the hype is still there. We are going to see the next 4 years. By the time that we get the next halving, we are going to see. You will see what I'm talking about, because now, when you look at Casper on the other hand, peer-to-peer money, bam, we there. When you talk about the same thing, like, okay, store of value, I keep telling you guys, time is going to come when Casper is at $1 trillion, $2 or $3 trillion. I want to hear what people are going to say. What are you going to call it? Store of value? I have asked the same question here. The only reason why Bitcoin is being said store of value is because it is at that one point something trillion dollars. That's it. But we've seen how the price get manipulated up and down by Uncle Tommy and my grandma and everybody else who has that money in the institutions. And now it is so funny. It's not even funny anymore. All right. So things are happening that are making people to start to think twice about it. But Casper on the other side, like I said, see, everything that Bitcoin was supposed to do, Casper is doing. Casper is even quantum resistant. By the time we hit that 100 blocks per second, it will prove it, and you will see. So yeah, it's up to you. You want to sit there and follow my good friend right here, Uncle Trumpicius Magicius, and tell people, yeah, Bitcoin is the way. Go on ahead, my friend. Go on ahead. Now that you see it like here, you say, oh, the whole crypto market is going down. There's blood in the street. Yeah. Like I said, look at the same Bitcoin that you praise. Look at its beginning. What was the charts looking like? The charts were looking exactly like what Casper is looking like right now, right? For me, I know where we're going. I believe, like I said, I put my mouth where my money is. That's why I'm opening location. I'm opening positions. I'm buying on spot. I'm trying my best to be there before everybody and their grandmama can beat me to that race. So if you ask me, I will sit here and I'll tell you again. The Bitcoin cycle, the cycle controlled by Bitcoin is over. Seriously, it's over. Because again, what Bitcoin was created for is actually going against it right now. The control is no longer on the people or retails or you and me. No. It's no longer there. Paper Bitcoin is controlling it. Now they are talking about, okay, what will happen to Bitcoin when we get to that point? Like Bitcoin is no longer mineable. You know, you cannot use it as peer-to-peer money. What will happen? They are talking about breaking those 21 million Bitcoin, breaking that barrier to create more Bitcoin. See, even there are some other Bitcoin maxis out there that are saying, listen, if by next year you cannot modify Bitcoin to be quantum resistance, that will be the end of it. By next year, it's no longer something like they were saying, oh, by 2050 or whatever. It's no longer that. It's no longer that. It is becoming clearer and clearer every day that Casper is the real Bitcoin, because what they're asking for, Casper already has. No any other person, not Crashilandia, not Hackylandia, not the dying one, no any other one. Casper. And I keep telling you, it's going to happen before you even know it. Like it's going to be determined, like, okay, look at that. Casper is running. Oh, the entire market is running. Oh, Casper is down. Oh, the entire market is down. That's what you're about to see. Because again, micropayment is where the big money that you are so much looking for is where it is. But most people are not going to pay attention to it. Everybody and their grandmama is looking at Bitcoin right now. That's what's happening. And normally, if you watch a magician, they do a trick when you are not looking, right? Unless you pay really, really close attention. Hey, look over there, a rabbit under my hat. That's what usually happens. Everybody and their grandmom is crying right now. The sentiments on YouTube, on X, on any social media, everybody's crying. Market is dying. Yeah, market is down. Oh, we are going to gobbling town. But they forget one thing. Moments like this is when money is usually made. Moments when you discover where the real deal is, that's where you make that money, right? And I've been here day after day trying to tell you, the real Bitcoin is called Casper. The cycles where Bitcoin was controlling everything, they are getting thinner and thinner and thinner. By the time we begin next bull run, you will understand it better. And when they say, oh, it's going to be an extended bull run, it's not an extended bull run. Clarity X goes live. Guess what? Stable coins go live to banks, to everybody. And then everybody start to understand the rails that makes that stable coin run better is Casper. Before you know it, Casper will repeat the same thing the same thing it did last bear market. Casper will start running. I told you last year, this 2026, Casper is going to be the one running. You watch and you see. The only thing I hate about it is that people don't have enough memory. People don't try to remember things the way they happen, right? You started seeing it. A year and a half ago, I told you Casper was the real Bitcoin. People say I was smoking something. Now what do you see? They started to say it again. Now I'm telling you again, these cycles are about to get flipped. Those of you who use the thing usually think, yeah, Bitcoin leads the cycle, Bitcoin does this. Sooner than later, people have started to discover the price movement is not organic. This price movement is getting done by the people that hold those institutions. Why do you think stock market is running? Why do you think gold is running? Or silver or copper? And then Bitcoin is not. Why? The people that put their money in, they are taking it out of Bitcoin and they are putting it into stocks and into gold and silver and copper and all of that, because they know, again, Bitcoin is not the store of value. They are uncertain what will happen after Trump issues. He's done throwing stones at everybody, right? And instead of putting their money on Bitcoin, guess what? They put it in something else. Gold, silver, copper, and everything. And everybody else is telling you, yeah, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Look at it. Go look at the distribution of Bitcoin. you will understand why institutions and people are not putting their money in here when it's time for the store of value crap that they're talking about. Go look at it. It's that simple. Everybody and their grandmama knows. There are people that hold more Bitcoin than anything else and can still manipulate the price of it, right? And the funniest part of it is when you start to look at exactly like where were the prices when these institutions were flowing in. What were the prices? But yet everybody's still there, right? The hype is still behind it. That's why I still believe that sooner than later we will see Bitcoin run. It is going to run. It's going to go up there. Trust me, they will, because they can't afford to lose their money just like that. A few of them were smart enough to go through ETFs and now they get their money out to put into the stock market. Now, I told you yesterday, all the signs of a Hail Mary rollover on the stock market and everything else is always there, and it has started to show up. And I think, like I said yesterday, we still got some, like on the stock market, we still probably have 10 or 15% of prices going up, and after that might drop. Okay, so it's up to you if you want to believe it, to see that Casper is the real Bitcoin. It's up to you. If you don't want to believe that and you want to sit over there with everybody and their grandmama to tell you that hey, it's not like that it's going to happen, Bitcoin is still going to be the thing and blah blah blah, you don't even want to ask yourself why are you saying that? Prove it to me. You will find out the hard way. Like I said, you will end up buying Casper at $5, $10, $20 or even $100. And that day is going to come. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to laugh about it. Okay? Anyways, guys, let's go right quick. Let's go look at the market. Let's go see how the market has been performing for the past 24 hours. Okay? Let's go right there. And let's go look at crypto bubbles. Where is it at? Right here. Okay. As you guys can see, right? Bitcoin is doing its thing. So everybody and their grandmama, they're all into it too, right? Let me take a sip of my coffee. But anyways, let's go. Let's start first with King Kaspa, KS. Let's see what we got here. King Kaspa, for the past hour, 0.3% up, 2% down on the day, 20.6% down on the week, 38.7% down on the month, and 68.1% down on the year, sitting at the market cap of $846.78 million and a 24 hours volume traded at $37.88 million. Okay, now we try the next one, which is going to be Cubic, high risk, high rewards. We do have here 2.6% up in the last hour, 1.7% down on the day, 13.6% down on the week, 27.2% down on the month, and 71.7% down on the year, sitting at the market cap of $69.89 million and a 24 hours volume traded at $2.01 million. Now we look at QNT, the banker's coin, and the coin a lot of people love to hate. We have here 0.6% up in the last hour, 0.6% up on the day, 14.3% down on the week, 15.9% down on the month, and 27.8% down on the year, sitting at the market cap of $963.88 million and a 24 hours volume traded at $20.58 million. Now we look at Jasmine, the Japanese Bitcoin. Let's see. We have here 0.1% down in the last hour, 1.5% down on the day, 14.2% down on the week, 17.1% down on the month, and 75% down on the year. Now we go look at Jonathan's pet Toro, which he calls Bitcoin, and I call the orange guy. We do have here 0.1% down the last hour, 1.2% down on the day, 17.8% down on the week, 22% down on the month, and 25% down on the year. Now you understand why the entire market is going, yeah. You understand that, right? Sitting at the market cap of $1.47 trillion and a 24 hours volume traded at $73.95 billion. Dang it. This is the craziest part of it. Okay, now let's go try to see at look at the price in detail. So though, like I said, there's no point doing this, but hey, it's a habit. I gotta do it, right? There's no point of it, but let's see. Okay, let's look here. We look let's see, on first of all here we have the Dixie going up as always. Everybody who is telling you that the dollar is going down, right? Look at the Dixie going up, Bitcoin dropping as expected, right? Now if you look at our good friend Casper, we're gonna start on the hourly. Let's see. On the past hourly, yeah, it looks like we've been trying to go up, trying to go down, sideways. You call it whatever you want to call it. But like I said, price always get attracted to the moving average, right? So let's watch and see, because when you see it this way and then you look at it on the 4 hourly, you will see almost the same thing. We tested the support, bounce on it. It looks like you want to go and bounce on it again and start to go up. Right now, no matter what Casper's price is trying to do, everybody and their grandmama is looking at Bitcoin on the side of the road, see whatever Bitcoin is doing. Because if Bitcoin continues down, unfortunately Casper is also going to go down, right? So that's why I told you it is useless trying to do TA right now if Bitcoin does not reverse and then the sentiments in the market does not go crazy. But again, on the daily, you can see we touch the bottom of the falling wedge. Now let's see if we bounce to try to go touch the top of that falling wedge, which is sitting around that kind of that $4 area. Now you have to look at this. That's why I still think that we are very, very close to the price pumping. Okay, look at that. Extreme fear. We are never in the bear market when we're in extreme fear. I think I've told you this before. And this usually be like a very good example to tell you that this thing is about to take off. We are not going to like a gobbling town when we're here. Normally, when we're in extreme greed, that's when we normally see that the markets start to drop, right? So yeah, it's a shakeout, it's a fake out, or everybody and their grandmama trying to run. That's fine, but this is an opportunity. This is the time you want to start getting in and start getting shit done, right? Now let's go back here. Now that's what I'm telling you. For me, anything like when you look at it on the weekly, you understand that for me, anything under 10 cents is nothing but noise. Nothing but noise. You got day traders, you got swing traders, you got everybody. Who the hell are you? Fuck off. You got everybody and their grandmama try to, go to the downside. But again, for me, I've never seen the market favor the majority. So you've got to really watch that one. This one right here, it looks like a lot of people are gonna get left holding that hot potato, okay? But anyways, hey, it's up to you, right? Like for me, I have my positions already open. So we're gonna watch it for 10 cents. Above that, we do have 15 cents, okay? Once we cross that, we'll be having 18, 19 cents, then all-time high. And before you know it, we'll be looking at price discovery, right? So I'm sitting tight and I'm watching to see what the market is doing right now. Now, let's go look at QNT, okay? The banker's coin, in which we do have QNT, this one right here. On the hourly, as you guys can see, we are still trying. Oh, I need to move this because this is on my phone. It's very difficult to move around. But anyway, if you do it on a computer, you will see it. Quant is right now still sitting on that support, which was resistance before, but right now it's sitting as support. My phone is showing it wrong. So anyways, now again, everything depends on what Bitcoin does. So therefore, I don't see this thing moving if Bitcoin does not move. But anyways, if Bitcoin begin to move upwards, we're going to look at where the moving average is, which is sitting at $70 right now, right? That means that will be the closest point for the quant to start to move. If you look at it on the 4 hourly, it is also going to tell you the same, right? You see that right there, moving average is sitting at 74. So yeah, seeing Bitcoin right now, we are sitting on the last like a previous lower lows on Bitcoin, which was this everybody was saying, yeah, that was it. Normally when everybody start to say that was it, we're going to gobbling down, that's when you usually see Bitcoin reverse. So yeah, I'm watching that, and I'm watching the fear and greed, and that is telling me like, yeah, I think we're about to see a big reversal on the market. That's what we're about to see. right? Anyways, if you go look at it on the daily, there's not much, nothing has changed. It's still the same, right? We broke above the triangle. We are retesting it, and let's watch for Bitcoin. Therefore, that's why I told you there is no point doing TA right now. It's actually useless. So the price points I'm watching is going to be, first of all, 125. Once we go above 125, we look at 151. Above that, we will have 164 and then 176. Before you know it, we'll be looking at 230, and before you know that, yep, we are looking at all-time high before getting into price discovery. That's what I see right here. Anything else, there is no point. Okay, if you want to, even Bitcoin, I'm telling you, there is no point of trying to look at Bitcoin right now, because Bitcoin, yeah, is getting manipulated heavily manipulated. So yeah, all we gotta do is just wait. I think this, what you're looking at right now, price always get attracted to moving average, right? Moving average is sitting at $69,000. Maybe Bitcoin will go to $69,000 and bounce from there. But again, like I said, I am paying attention to the pi cycle chart. This is the time of the cycle when I usually start paying attention to it. Most people don't. Most people will tell you, no, you should then look at the this and that, and then look at the other one, and then Uncle Tommy and whatever. For me, I don't pay attention to that. I look at the most simplest thing, fear and greed index, the pi cycle top, and blah blah blah. Which again, as you guys can see, look at it. See the blue line? Has started to come down, right? Moving average is trying to break above the red line. This usually tell you that, yeah, this price is going to try to go up. They are going to converge. Once they do, yeah, that will be the end of it. So far, we haven't seen it. So therefore, I don't think the bull run is over with until then. Until I see it, then we will see. Anyways, yeah, it's up to you. I'm telling you, it's up to you. They are manipulating the price. They are playing with your mind. It is no way the market is going to go all the way down, everybody being bearish. There is so many short positions that are going to be ultra rich. Okay, like over 90% of everybody is short in Bitcoin right now. I don't think market makers are going to allow that, because that, my friend, will bankrupt them. There is more liquidation to the top. When this thing takes off, a lot of people will not know what hit them. Okay, anyways, let's go right quick. Let's go look at my positions. But before we do that, you guys already know I do not condone leverage trading. Okay, I do not condone that. Please just stick to spot trading. But if you want to try leverage, down below I do have the links. Bydfi, which I do recommend, Phemex, okay, Wix, and Margex. Follow the links, sign up, and meet their deposit requirements. When you do, they are going to give you free money. You get free money, take $20 out, and start trading. Okay, if you can turn 20 into 40, 40 into 60, 60 into 100, and so on and so forth, then you are ready. If you cannot do that, my friend, stay away from it, okay, until you are ready to do it. Anyways, don't say I didn't warn you, because if you don't, you are going to lose your money. You will, trust me. Best thing is always better to lose $20 than to lose $1,000. You already know this, okay? And then don't come crying to me, because I tried to warn you. Anyways, down there also, I also have the link to Acorns. Acorns is what I'm using to teach my 9-year-old son how to trade on stocks and ETFs. If you want to do that, follow the links, sign up. You don't need to deposit anything. They are going to give you $5, okay? Like I showed you guys yesterday. It helps the channel out, and hopefully you also start to make money from it, okay? Anyways, now let's go first. We start with our first position, which is going to be on Bydfi. Here, you guys already know I'm trading King Casper, Jasmine, and Quant. As you guys can see, my Casper, I am still up $58. Okay, the market is doing its thing, and we're gonna wait and see what happens. On Quant, I am down $5,900. Almost there's not much change since yesterday. And on my Jasmine, I am still up $95. And you guys can see, right? So just like I usually say, I trade at 50x in all my positions. Okay, in all my positions, I trade at 50x, and I don't use stop loss. And everybody else looking at it, I'm taking the risk right now, because guys, see, to be honest with you, I'm not looking at the market right now. I'm looking at the potential, what it could do, right? Like for example, for Casper, let's just say the minimum. I'm going to show you all of them, the minimum, so you can see. If we go back to all-time high, which was 20 cents, this position will make me $24,000. It's that simple. I'm not talking about something else. It's that simple. Let's just say at $1, for the bearish position, at $1, this position will make me $142,000. See, that's what I'm telling you. Even look at Quant, for example. Let's just say Quant, we go to all-time high, $400. This position will make me $47,000. And the next one, as bearish, like I've always said, $700 Quant, this position will make me $95,000. Okay, the same thing goes with Jasmine. This one right now, just going to the previous resistance, which was 3.5 cents. Like I always tell you guys, I'm not going to be so bullish on Jasmine until we cross it. Okay, 3.5 cents. This position will make me, 35, 3.5 cents will make me $25,000. This is what I'm looking for. If we go to the previous all-time high, okay, which was 30 cents, this position will make me $257,000. Now, if we go to 60 cents, like I told you, I think that's where we're heading to, I will rack $500,000 home. These are the numbers I'm looking at. That's why I keep trying to find entries, because again, the opportunity is there. If you cannot see it, I don't know what to tell you. Okay, and the next one we do have Phemex. On Phemex, you guys already know I'm trading King, Casper, Jasmine, and a Quant. The same thing right now. My Jasmine position, I'm almost break even, $4. It's doing great. Casper, I'm up $80, and Quant almost breaking even too, $7. The same thing goes here. Okay, Jasmine at 3.5 cents. Okay, 0.35. I will racking home 2,000. Let me see. What's that? At 3.5 cents, I'll be racking home $24,000. That's what I'm telling you. Last all-time high was 30 cents. I will be taking home $243,000. At 60 cents, I'm taking home almost $500,000. So this is what I'm telling you. The opportunities there is risky, yes, but I'm taking the risk. Okay. The same thing goes with Casper. Look at that. All-time high, 20 cents. I will be taking home $23,000. Right? If you try to put it at $1, I will be taking home $136,000. That's me. Okay, I'm not saying you should do the same. Everybody's different, so on and so forth. Now let's go look at last but not the least. It's going to be Wix. On my Wix exchange, not Bydfi. My Wix exchange, I'm trading King, Kaspa, Jasmine, and Quant. Okay, look at here, my Kaspa, yeah, I'm up $98, not bad, but it's doing its thing, right? If you look at the same thing, on my Jasmine, I am still up $346, and on my Quant, I am up $50, okay? Everything, you can pause it and look at it, because it is the same thing, okay? If you look at it this way, what is the take profit here? At 20 cents, I'm looking to take home $25,000. That's on Casper. Now, if it fucks around, like I said, bearish for me $1, I'm taking home $148,000. It's the same thing. If you look at Jasmine, for example, 3.5 cents, 0.35, I'm taking home $27,000. Last all-time high, 30 cents, $275,000. 60 cents, $557,000. These are the numbers I'm looking for, okay? So you can sit here and you can be bearish as much as you want. But one thing again, like I always say, only those of them that take the risk make the money. If you don't take it, my friend, don't expect to make any money. It's that simple, okay? When you see everybody else driving Lambos, it's because they took that risk. The crypto market has changed. It's no longer as we used to see before, right? Like you put money on some meme coin, you wake up next morning and it bam, it's up there. No, crypto market with this Clarity Act going live, only projects with fundamentals are gonna make you money, and Casper is leading that line, whether you like it or not. Anyways, let's go look at my son's account. It's Acorn, and let's see what we got going on there. we do have here 855. Well, almost the same like yesterday, almost nothing moving. But anyways, yeah, if you look at his portfolio, it's all, like I said, it's going to be the same. There's no point trying to waste a lot of time on it. Still up 4.3%. Stocks and ETFs were still sitting almost at the same thing. Not much difference right there. You can pause it if you want to stop. The reason why I'm rushing is because my friends are already my workers are already looking at me like, hey, we need you here. But anyway, I needed to get this update out, so I can't really leave you a whole day without it. So again, let the market do its thing. I don't know about you, I'm not your financial advisor. Me, I'm taking the risk. I showed you the other day, was it yesterday or the day before yesterday, I bought 100,000 Caspers. My 2 weeks buy is coming up. I'm gonna buy more. That's me, because I know when everybody and their grandmama is chasing the downward pressure, is about to blow. And when you think about it and you think about it clearly, you will see that, yeah, the cycles in which Bitcoin used to control, they are almost over. We are starting a new era. Once this Clarity Act goes live and people discover that Casper is the best option to move these stable coins, don't say I didn't warn you, okay? Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching my videos. Please don't forget to subscribe. I'm trying to make it to 5,000 subscribers. Don't forget to give me that thumbs up. It only takes you a second, right? Drop me a comment if it is a positive or encouraging or a lifting message. If it is a negative one, I'm going to delete it. And if it is your third strike, I'm going to block you from my channel, okay? I don't need negative people around. I need people that will encourage me and everybody else who is watching this. That's what I need, okay? And also don't forget to subscribe, because I think I said that before, right? And also don't forget to share. Sorry, man, I'm trying to look at the other guys over there and it looks like I'm doing things backwards again. Don't forget to share so that other millionaire minded attitude like you and yours truly can see these videos and the family can grow. Until I see you in my next one, my friend, please take very good care of yourselves, okay? Bye bye.